given a verdict that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be discharged and acquitted, and under no circumstances should Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be, taken to any other court in Nigeria, any Nigerian court. Do you really understand what that judgment means? So, nobody should come and start telling us about Shorty and Bell. No. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been released. He's a free man. Now he's illegally detained in the DSS dungeon. Therefore, we are calling on all and sundry in order to understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is illegally tortured right from the 13th of October 2022 till today. 3 months plus. 3 months and 6 days today that our leader was released, but the Nigerian executive, the Nigerian government refused to obey the court order. They should obey the court order as a responsible government, not to try to, make it as if it's Bell or Shorty. No. There is nothing like that, please. There is not. We are the indigenous people of Biafra. We go by right. We don't demand for privilege, no. By right. Therefore, our leader committed no crime, and we are committing no crime. The evidence of this is no IPOB family member arrested in Nigeria has been convicted in any court in Nigeria. Nobody. What they do is to kill us, kill our family members secretly and deny that they don't know. But anyone we found out and start shouting, now they will be hiding the person from police station to police station, torturing the person until when we force them to take them to court. Immediately they always go to court, the person will be released, discharged and acquitted. That is what we get always, because we are committing no crime. What we are doing is legitimate. Do you understand? That is who we are. We are not committing any crime. We are asking or fighting for self-determination, where we determine our own future. Because in Nigeria we have no hand over our destiny. I played the clip of Ahmad Bello, repetition of what he said in October 12, 1960, 11 days after the so-called Nigeria independence. He said that this nation, this new nation called Nigeria, will be an extension of the estate of their great-grandfather Ottoman Danfodio. Do you understand? Do you understand it? That is the reality. That the place you call a country will be an extension of the estate, farmland, estate, their land, the estate of their great-grandfather, an extension. They had Sokoto Caliphate before, but Nigeria made it easy for them, or we should make it easy for them to extend to every part of that contraption called Nigeria. That is why the Fulani jihadists, they are on the rampage every part of the country. In Biafra land, they are using our own people as governors, their administrators, like what Gopozodima is doing in Imo State. What he is doing. Somebody that was illegally being put there. Do you see the reason why you fight evil at the onset? Our leader was shouting on Radio Biafra when this man was illegally instituted in Imo State. I think it was in 2020. When Hope Uzodinma was illegally imposed in Imo State from fourth position. Our leader was calling for everybody to come out and protest, that this man should not be there. Our leader made it clear that this man is on a mission. You know, Ohanes and we are the first body to recognize him. I will not forget when Ihedioha was trying to object, to call people to rise up also. I could not forget. Iwanyawo said something. I read it here on Radio Biafra. That he is calling Ihedioha to go and pipe low. Not to accept the court decision. Otherwise, he is going to be a political leper. I will not forget that word. He used that word for word. Political leper. Ohanes and immediately ratified the Hope Uzodinma. The same politics of appeasement, tanking. And here today we are seeing how Hope Uzodinma is wasting our people's lives every day in every part of Imo State, mostly in Olu Zone. Increasing lawlessness, sending his boys in order to kill people anyhow. And people are there. Every time he calls for more military to slaughter people. Anytime the news you are receiving from home is that of sadness. What is happening? No security. If you go out even just to go and buy something outside, everybody's mind will not be there, because you don't know whether you are coming back. You don't know what will happen to you in the next hour. That is the situation Hope Uzodinma has put in Imo State. He is using criminals, political thugs. He is using different military, police. So all against our own people. And let me tell you, disregard any sit at home you hear. Please, there is nothing like sit at home. It is directly being put there by Hope Uzodinma. What they want to do, let me tell you, they want to turn this Biafra agitation into childishness, so that people will become, confused. Can I say confused? So that people will become disgusted, tired of this Biafra. This Biafra self every time. That is a complaint you are getting from our place. I am as in the Monday. That is exactly the result of what Hope Uzodinma wants to get in our people, so that they will turn around. Any person they hear that talk about Biafra, they will just burn him alive. That is what they want to achieve. There is nothing like sit at home, please. If you don't hear any sit at home order here on Radio Biafra, please disregard it. It is directly from Hope Uzodinma. That man, look at the type of people they are imposing as our political elites. Look at the same way Omar Sanda became represented Igbos during confab. You understand? Represent people, our stark enemies that want us dead. This is what the Fulani is imposing on us as a defeated people. They want to turn us into a conquered territory. But for making it bringing up somebody like Mazi Nnamdi Okuchukwu in order to raise this awareness, blow the alarm, blow the whistle, that if we continue going the way we are going, that we will end up being completely destroyed. That if we continue handing over or trusting our lives and future in the hands of these Igbo politicians, Igbo political elites, or Hanez and Igbo, that they are the agents, stooges, agents of the caliphate, meant to completely conquer us. We are seeing it today. We are seeing it today. Therefore, we are grateful for this awareness. Mazi Nnamdi started as a lone voice crying in the wilderness. You know, I used to love it when you are talking. Some people will write, say, "Is your opinion though?" I say, yes. It's Mazi Nnamdi. It was Mazi Nnamdi's opinion, private opinion. Before you know it now, it developed into a movement, a global movement, which is what we are part of today. That is it. Therefore, we will continue doing what we are doing. There is no stopping. Because if we stop here, we are all finished. The brutal war of annihilation of Biafrans from 1966 to 1970, it was a complete brutal war. But our people thought that the war ended in 1970 and everybody went sleeping. Everybody went back sleeping. Little did our people know that from 1970 was the time the real method of conquest, war of conquest, started. Before, it was a defeat. From 1970 it became a conquest. War of conquest started from 1970. You understand? And they put everything, every policy in place in order to conquer us as a people. Completely subjugated. And here we are today, resisting it, restoring our lost nation. This is why we are always consistent in what we are doing. Therefore, I welcome once again each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra House of Service. This is where we worship. Before I go to the subject matter of today, which is building or molding a national character, I will go into some news that made headlines, please. Okay, let's go. Nigerian university bans students from using smartphones in 21st century. Listen. Nigeria university bans students from using smartphone. I will read it a bit. I will read it a bit so that you understand what Nigeria University, this is January 19th news 2023. The management of Bingham University in Nasarawa State has banned the students from using smartphones. This was disclosed in an international memorandum released by the registrar of the school, Dr. Esther Diaji. The university, located in Karu, 25 kilometers from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja, was established in 2005 by the Evangelical Church Winning All, EQUA, as a conventional institution. It was established by EQUA Church. Following repeated abuse in the use of smartphones in contravention of Section 514 5.14, subsection 1, 2, and 3 of the Student's Handbook. The use of smartphone is hereby prohibited with immediate effect. Violators of this would have their phones confiscated and face appropriate sanction. I want to read why did they have to ban phone. Listen. And this is a church university. Listen. The reason why they ban the use of smartphones, please. In Nigeria University, in this 21st century, a viral video recently captured a student of the school assaulting a fellow student. That is the reason. In the video, the victim, said to be a fresh student, was being flogged with a whip by an older student in a university. Not even a primary school. You can say these are children, you can excuse them. Not even in secondary school. This is a university. Normally, university is a tertiary institution for adults, mostly. You understand? They are using, fresh students was being flogged with a whip by an older student, and somebody captured it on video, and that is the offense. The victim's cousin, Jemima Nade, also a fresh student in the school who shared the video, alleged that such inhuman treatment was being meted out to fresh students like them in the university. There is a more job in Nigeria. Everything they turn it into something else. Something that is of excellence in other countries, something that people will be proud of. Once he enters into Nigeria, it turns into a very heinous facet or heinous object of committing heinous crimes. Do you understand me? Now, they beat fresh students. I could remember fresh students in a university, and somebody captured this on smartphone and shared it so that this crime should stop. But instead, they go for the person that wants this crime stopped. And this is a school established by church. You understand? This video was okay. She further called on the right authorities to duly prosecute the older student caught bullying the younger student. This video was sent by my cousin in Birmingham University. This is what they go through as freshers in the university. Bullying. This student should be found and duly prosecuted. Reacting to the development via the micro-blogging platform, Twitter, the management of the university said it has since expelled the student caught bullying the fresher. The Twitter is, the attention of the management of the Birmingham University has been drawn to a video on Twitter of a student bullying a fellow student posted by Jemima Nade. This has since been reported to the management, and the student has since been expelled in line with the university's zero tolerance policy on bullying. Now, if truly the school management expelled the person bullying, the perpetrator, why do they have to ban smartphones? Don't you see that they are supporting all this evil? It is institutional thing. It is institutional thing. I used to tell people used to shout, oh, our government, our governors, our senators, our president, they don't care for us. They're talking. I said no. It is the character of the people. Look at what is happening in this in the school. Just watch it. If This school management, imagine that they are in Asorok. Is it not the same thing they will be doing? If any journalist or any media media organization talks anything that is against them, what do you think they will do? They are ready to, they will close everywhere and jail the whole journalists. We need to take just little thing from the ground in order to compound when you are up. So it is a character. Do you understand me? It is a character. It is not something that is only exclusive to politicians. After all, where do you get politicians? Where do they come from? They don't fall from heaven. Nigerian politicians don't fall from Mars, planet Mars, or neither from another country. No, they come from the population. They were part of the population before they climbed up. You understand? So even if you go take another Nigerian and bring him up, he will be behaving the same thing, because it is the system, it is the character. That is why today I'm going to talk about, character molding, building or molding a national character. You know what we are trying to do. We have seen that there is no way, it's impossible to change in Nigeria, to change things. It's impossible. You cannot change the system. Changing the system, you cannot. You don't have the capacity. That is why we are removing ourselves so that we can change what we could. And that is Biafra land, our own land. You understand me? Because you cannot go to the north and start telling them about how you want development. No. They say what matters to them is any president that will come to give dignity, Islam is dignity. They don't care about development. We care for development. We even attack foreign religions in our land so that we take up what belongs to us. But then you cannot do it in the north. You understand? So in our own land we can do it. We take our own destiny into our hands. We hold our destiny. In Nigeria, we never our destiny is not in our hand. We are just following, follow. We are just following anywhere they steer us. We follow. They understand me? Do you see you in a place in Nasarawa University? Now, the solution of, instead of thanking the revelation of evil that is going on, now they see that no, it is they have to stop the usage of smartphones, so that anything that is happening, even if somebody is being killed, bullied and killed or wounded, you don't have any proof. If the person talks about it and arrests what happened to him, they say no proof. It's not the institution, the management will come out and say something contrary. Say no, it's not true. Where is the proof? That is why they banned use of smartphone. For you to understand, I say Nigerians love evil. Nigerians are people, forget about their being religious fanatics, both Islam and Christianism and all. They love evil with all their strength. I'm telling you. Nigerians find it very amusing, wickeding others. They could. Nigerians, I say, they are psychopaths. They find it amusing wickeding other people. They find it amusing. That is why you see, you will be if you overtake a military car just running normal, you overtake, they can kill you just for nothing, just for fun, to make you just to feel fun. I say Nigerians are psychopaths. On the streets of Lagos, wheelbarrow pusher can hit you just for fun, to make sure he damage you. And if you talk, he will shout more than you. Nigerians are psychopaths. It is a hell in this planet Earth, where the system has turned the people into animals, jackals, primitive animals. You understand me? Now, instead of fighting the crime or the evil of bullying in a university being brought to the limelight by smartphone user that videos the injustice, now they say, okay, we are going to stop everybody from videoing everything. Therefore, smartphone is banned in this college, in this university. That is the system of Nigeria. In other countries, the chap that videoed that will receive award. Do you see it? Do you see the difference? So that when you talk about Niger, you know, you make it on because it's a shame. Niger. In other countries or other places, the person that videoed this thing will be given an award. But in Nigeria, the reverse is the case. We continue. Court, another news headline. Nigerian court remands 2 Sharia court judges, cashier, 16 others over alleged 580.2 million naira theft. Now, these are people that they see God. They go and meet these court judges. They will recite for you Quran from Surah first to the last Surah. From the first verse to the last chapter verse, without looking at it. They will quote for you how everything. But they are criminals, they are thieves. And, you know, when we say it here, religion does not make you a better person. It just makes you to belong. It's a social club where you belong. You know, you go to the code. There is a way, you know, you pretend. Religion makes you to pretend. You understand? These are Sharia court judges that used to judge people for drinking beer, drinking alcohol. That used to judge people on, you know, somebody sleeping, maybe fornication, so to say, drinking alcohol. But they are criminals. Do you see why we need to run away from that place? So that we chart our own roots. Because in Nigeria we have no destiny. Our route is in the hands of the caliphate. They are moving and we are just following. Where they go? They say, come on, come. And we follow. Our politicians, our political class, they don't have any mouth. All they got is follow. Now we follow. Akanchawa. Akanchawa. Buhari Gachi. Anywhere money comes, they follow. I think afterwards in 2019, 2019, he said that Buhari is the only person that will give power to Igbo after 2023, after his term. He's on video. And sometimes I start looking at our people. Why are our people like this? Give them money, give them political posts, promise them, not giving them, promise them political posts. They will sing the righteousness of Lucifer. They will, and the worst part is that they don't do it with a joke or with politics. No, with brutal force. Brutal force. In a civilized society, politics is being played just, very civilized manner. Very civilized manner. Like, look at, I think the Prime Minister of, is it New Zealand has resigned. Just like that. Just like that. In Japan, any slightest thing, their Prime Minister will resign. That is how civilized these people are. That is how they are. Because they are there to try to change something through their policies. But when they see that all those things, the policies they are trying to put on, it cannot work, they are not given the occasion to do that. They will just simply resign. They will just simply resign because it's not a do or die affair. You understand me? But in Nigeria, look at ordinary governor that have no power, governor that they will be killing. He doesn't command the police, neither military in the state, until he becomes a special tool to Asorok. That is where now they will give him power to be killing, give him military to be killing his own people, and he's happy. For you to understand how our people sees politics. You know, when I say here that our people are primitive, you think that maybe we are just talking it for talking sake. No. Our people have primitive character. That Ndibo character, primitive character, is still remaining. Do you understand me? Where they have power only against their own people. They don't think about tomorrow. Let me say this again. During the war, Azikiwe was with Biafra, but because of little difference between him and our late General Ojukwu, I will show you who I am. I will show you that I am the first president of Nigeria. I will show you that I studied in Cambridge. When it comes to us, our own people, is something that is absurd. When you see our people trying to do something with vehemence, no, it's against their own people, against our own people. Very brutal against our own people. But when it comes to outside again, they fall down. That is a primitive character. Don't you know that? Now, Azikiwe, Ifajuna, that one and Okpabiasika that campaigned vigorously internationally against Biafra. No, notwithstanding that people were dying, in Biafrans were being massacred, even through hunger, blockade. The only war that there was complete blockade, land, sea and air. The only country. Even during Syria, let me tell you, ISIS terrorists during Syria war, this Syria ongoing war, when terrorists that slaughter the people, whenever they are being routed, surrounded in a city or in a place, United Nations will intervene and they will have corridor, safe corridor, so that at least they will bring food for them of people that they are fighting with. Terrorists, they will bring food for them and allow children and women to move out in convoy of buses. Biafra war is the only place where the whole world combined and they blocked everywhere. With the blessing of Azikiwe, go on. They blocked everywhere, Britain. Both land, sea and air. Now, Okpabiasika, who is an Igbo man, went on the rampage in propaganda. His people were dying. We are being massacred like more than chicken, like locusts. And Okpabiasika was there campaigning because they gave him a political position of, is it Governor General or the chairman of Southeastern region that time, or East Central State, I should say. He is ruling from nothing. Governor without portfolio from Lagos. Just because of that post, let every woman die, let every Biafra die. He don't care. This is a very horrible character I see in our people. Why this type of character? Today, the suffering of our people is generations excluded. The answer is no. They remove railway lines quietly from our land, built by Dr. Michael Okpara. They removed them. Did they build a separate railway line for Azikiwe family and say no? This Azikiwe family, they helped Nigeria as good Nigerians, genuine Nigerians. They tribalized Nigerians. We have to build for them. Only their family will be using it. Their family lineage will be using it to their any place they want in all over Nigeria, Biafra land included. Do they do that? The answer is no. If they are coming, if their generation, I mean their children or their grandchildren, they are coming to Biafra land, they will still suffer the same thing that others are suffering. They still suffer the same thing. Unless they continue staying in the north, they don't come to their land. No matter under any guise they change their name. If they are still coming, boot on the ground, you suffer the same thing. They suffer the same thing. For you to understand that sabotage doesn't pay. That is why when you do something, when you try to do some, taking a decision, you think, how will this decision be in the future? You think how you are not fighting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but you are fighting yourself. Oh, you are not fighting IPOB, you are IPOB also. Even if you are not a family member, you are an indigenous person of Biafra. How is it going to all go well for you? That is why, like when our deputy Natonkwe, when he fought, I say, but if it is somebody genuine, somebody of this caliber, even it doesn't matter whatever that happens, he will just stop because of Biafra. He say, I was wronged, but because of Biafra, that is what sustained me. It is a very big, dignified statement. Oh, personally, I have been wronged in this struggle. Personally, I was not given my due. I'm just giving you example of statements. Personally, I was done this, I was done that. But what kept me in this is Biafra. Is the future of my children. Is the future of every Biafran. That is what kept me where I am today. That is how real civilized statesmen behave. That is how real men behave and say. You understand? But lo and behold, our people, you build something with our people for 10 years suffering, only one disgruntlement. One thing, provocation only. We make him now, he will turn around, start sabotaging what he helped to build. That character, I never see it any other place. It's only in our people. I'm telling you. I never see it. Even if you go and just quietly, keep quiet, no problem. No problem. But you see our people, he will start revealing secrets, something he suffered, even sun and shine, rain and death, past death, through death, and from that thing, he established that thing, he is ready to sabotage it under 1 second provocation. Not only sabotage once, continue revealing so that he killed that thing. It's an animal character. These are things we have to fight. These are things we have to fight, and we continue fighting it. It's not a normal human character. We must continue. So the Sharia courts, the judges in Kano State, they have been arrested for 580 million naira, 0.2 million naira theft. But these are people that condemn, sentence people into their hand being chopped off. You understand? Police beat tricycle rider to death for refusing to give bribe in Lagos and refused to release cops to the victim's family. That's it. That's how bad it is. Every day is the news. The other day they killed a female lawyer This one, because he's a tricycle rider, maybe they will not arrest that person. They are refusing even to release the corpse to the family. That is Nigeria we are forced to be in. Now, let me. Nigerian policeman, soldier exchange blows publicly. We saw it in a trending video. It's a country. These are people that are meant to maintain law and order. These are people that will come and tell you, no, everybody should behave obey the law. But the shame, this is not the first time. Every time, Nigerian army and police, they were fighting. And what will be the cause of the fight? You see, it's money. With uniform, fighting each other, and you say, what a country. If Nigeria army and police can fight each other, now you see that nobody is safe. Nobody is safe. It's lawlessness all the time. Okay, let me read this. Igbo youths demand removal of military checkpoints in Southeast, and rightly so, because they are doing nothing there. What they are doing, if you read the thing, you see the amount they are collecting. You see, this checkpoint in our land is a multi-billion investment. Multi-billion naira investment. You understand me? It is something voluntary. You know what? If you talk too much for them to be removed, they will remove their shirt and start bringing in security. They have guns. That is what they do. So that you start to shout and say, because no military. Please, the police, we need you. Block everywhere. No problem. These people, there is too much. Because they know they work with the whole criminals. We understand the game. It is politics. Once you remove them from a place, now they will initiate and stimulate their criminals. They themselves among. Say, heighten the game. So that when criminals will be snatching of cars, killing people anyhow, so that they will say, do you see? Because we are no more there, that's why. So you start begging them to come back. You don't know that they are the orchestrators of the problem. We know all these things. Now, the last but not the least, because I'll be very brief today because of another schedule also. Pope Francis prays for Nigerian Catholic priests burnt alive by terrorists and persecuted Christians. Why soliciting for funds for Ukrainians? He is praying for you. Once they burn you to death, he pray for you. Don't worry. Pope Ayogolaga, you're no problem. Gawazie. Is it not shameful? I ask, is it not shameful? Let me read it a bit. Pope Francis on Wednesday at the end of his audience offered a prayer for the Nigerian Catholic priest, Father Isaac Ache, burnt alive by terrorists who attacked and set his parish rectory ablaze. Sahara Reporters has reported that Ache was found amid the ashes of St. Peter and Paul Catholic Church parish during church parish building after terrorists attacked the church on Sunday. It was gathered that the terrorists attacked the church located in Kafin Koro community at 3 a.m. However, another priest at the rectory, Father Colin Some, escaped the building with gunshot wounds. You see it? Now, Pope, the highest thing he can do, may the soul of Father Francis Ache rest in peace. Everybody say amen. And Ghana. They don't try to raise their voice to address what is going on. They don't try to raise their voice. But if it is other white countries or European countries, you see them. Because it is their thing. You are just being intruding in their thing. They use it to conquer you, to mentally enslave you, and you now continue thinking that you are one of them. That is why when clamoring for a black pope. I say, why not go and do your own thing? Why do you always want to be in a foreigner setting? Have you seen a Japanese clamoring to be the pope? Have you seen the Chinese clamoring? Yeah, he's a bishop. He have stayed there long. It's only black people. They always go. They are never original. Do you understand? Never original. They don't put value to their thing. It is something that I see. Black Africans, Nigerians don't put value, add value to their originality. No. Instead, in Nigeria, once something is made in America, made in England, made in France, oh, it is more better. In the head of everybody, it is all foreign. Oh, it's foreign. It is everywhere. They don't add value to their thing. Instead, they go to start dragging for, the same thing in culture. They don't add value to their own culture. Instead, the one that is being brought to them, is that one they will be trying to find out, to outdo even the original person, the owner. And now I am more pastor. God speaks to me as a pastor, as a reverend father than a pope. In their own thing, you want to beat them in their own thing. That's why they relegate you. Now, Pope has prayed for the soul of the dead reverend father, who was cruelly burnt alive by terrorists, Fulani terrorists, and their ends it. It's gone, it's gone. They don't try to ask questions, arrange or address, all these things that are happening, these are Christians like us, what is happening? No, they don't do it. They are waiting for you to die if you are so prominent. The highest pope will say, Ekele Mary on your head, and gap, pay, Erodia, Elunala, Undi Church, also say, we are not here. You are not here. You are not here. In our laws, there was a law, one kata, a Russian kata. That's it. Let us add value to our own. Let us be adding value to our originality. This is something that is lacking in us, in black people. That is why you don't see they pick coffee in Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire, the highest producing coffee producing countries in the world. They pick coffee there. Now send it outside. Send it in Europe. Now there they will process that coffee, turn it into cocoa. Sorry, not coffee. Cocoa. Even coffee is among also. They will turn it into cocoa. Look at Lipton tea. The thing is picked in Africa. Britain takes it and process it, and now come and sell it, put value to it, and now bring it and sell it to more than 10 times the price. As they are taking the raw material from Africa, they are the ones imposing, this is how much I'm going to buy it for 1 kilo or 1 naira. If you don't want to sell, leave, and you must sell it. You do the whole suffering. Now what they add is the brain. You do the whole raw work. You see people working in cocoa farm like mad people. They cannot even make ends meet. But people, when transported, bought at very cheap rate as raw material, when taken to Europe, America, Asia, now the people that have brain, they get more money. They add value to that and bring it back to the same Africa where they get it, and the African government buy it more costly. It is the same with our value, our culture, our tradition. No, it's evil. Our ancestors are evil. Where is the templates that they write? So we demonize them. Now, the culture tradition that comes from outside, it is what we are worshiping, what we are taking as a standard that we uplift of. Let us grow. We are not grown now. Here we make you to grow. We are appealing so that we grow. Do you understand? We need to grow. You understand me? We must continue. So, now let me go direct to the subject matter of today. I have many news headlines, but as I used to do from time to time, I'll come up and read the news headlines only. Now, the topic of my submission today, as I said, I will be very brief. Today, 19th January 2022, our leader must be released. We are calling for his release, not Shoti or Bell. Please. We cannot go for privilege. Whereas the impostor has told the whole world that, look, allow the court to decide our leader's fate. And today the court has decided. Why are you keeping him illegally? Why? Our people should restrain themselves from falling prey, victim to this ploy, Nigeria ploy, the caliphate ploy. Building or molding a national character, that is the topic of my submission today. Let me start by saying that national character refers to a shared belief or perceptions of personality characteristics common to members of a particular nation. Characters refers to shared beliefs or perceptions of personality characteristics common to members of a particular nation. National character is the bedrock of every country's existence. You understand me? I want you to understand this. When we talk about building or molding a national character, there are many ways, many things that contributes to character. Personally, you understand? The environment, family background, environment, that is the main thing. Now they train you, if you're a Christian, the ideology they train you in. So there are many things. There are many things that make up you, your character, my character. Many things. Do you know, this is the reason why when I see people or I hear people saying that no, we should not talk about our ideology or religion, that is not the main problem. No, I disagree completely. I disagree. Do you know why? What our people, our ancestors, when they were cannibals, if they were cannibals at the olden time, white people too, they were cannibals, even worse. Do you understand? They were cannibals, even worse. Human beings go into changes through evolution according to the time. One of the things that retains or maintains people's evolution is the ideology. When we talk about ideology, it's the culture, the value. You understand me? When they brought this Christianity in our land, you see an old adult as of that time that was an expert in our value. He knows how to imenkwala. He knows the law of the land. He knows everything as an adult, even leading things. If somebody meroal, if somebody goes against the land, he knows what to do. He knows how to, bring people, to inform people, and bring our people together to find solution to this thing. Now that person now become born again into this new religion, which means it's just like when you are in OCD. When you wipe off the whole information in the CD, it becomes virgin. Now they will start indoctrinating him with the new ideology. No matter how weird it is on him, he starts learning it as an adult. I don't know whether people understand what I'm doing. That is the molding. So this religion is one of the main things that is making us to where we are today, because it introduced many things, including selfishness, including lack of disunity in our land. And you can never do anything as a people without the unity. I don't know whether I'm communicating, I don't know. The first thing, this Mazi couldn't have achieved anything in IPOB until he started forming. He said, you see people call, I'm calling from Trinidad and Tobago. Is there any family there? Mazi, how can I form a family? Start one. He said, start one. You are you married? If you're married, start one. You and your wife and your children. That is in Galaba, network of unity that is trying to bring out first, because that is the fundamental thing. I want the people to understand this. Therefore, when you bring another ideology that came into our land and scattered us, no matter we are living side by side, but we are scattered ideologically, don't you know that it affects us too much? Don't you know that it is one of the most important, horrible things that have happened to us? Why are you playing down on it? That it is, no, we are bad by nature. No, every human being is bad, has bad quality by nature, both white and black. Let me tell you. I am telling you this. We are not worse than others. Or our ancestors were not worse than others. Instead, they were even better than others. But when all these foreign ideologies came, now scattered, you and your brother, you are not seeing the same vision again you used to see. When things happen, they say, okay, normally in our normal culture, they say, oh, now there is something that happened. No, somebody stole the yams of in a yam ban, the yam of Okeke. So no person saw him. So in that village, okay, no more the whole Akogele, the whole, in our place, if Akogele, adults will come, adult male will come out. The whole adults will come out. Now, something happened. There was a, thief. There was a robbery in Okafor's house, in a barn. They collected more than 20 tubers of yam. Now, this kind of thing never happened in our community. Okay, according to our tradition, everybody have known. Did anybody do it? If you do it, please confess here. They say no, nobody. Say okay, we will go to the normal process. As a more will come, death will be set for every adult to go to the shrine and take an oath to justify yourself, and that is how it should be. Now, when everybody under our tradition, normally everybody will go to the shrine, the whole adults, and take an oath. If it is some concoction to be drunk, you drank it. It's not only you, it's everybody. Now, when the thief, nothing happened. They wait for maybe the 4 or 7 days or 10 days, depending. Nothing happened. Nobody was experiencing anything. Now they will know that the thief came from outside, and now everybody will be put at alert. That look. Check everybody now. Somebody is coming from outside. Now, if a foreigner, what I mean by another person, from somebody from another community, enters into our land, you see, he will be questioned. And after clarification, here we go. Because that is a community that has put our people at alert as one people. But when this foreign ideology we call Christianity came, now when we do our thing as we're supposed to do, say no, let everybody, oh, did you still say no? Don't, nobody still in this community say, okay, we will have to go and swear oath. You see people now start saying, no, Jesus said I cannot swear. It is written in my Bible, let my yes be yes, I cannot swear. You know, they said, but we have, he said no, but maybe he's a thief, maybe he's a thief. So you see, confusion started setting in because of lack of unity. Do you see how our land started sliding into confusion because of introduction of this? I'm explaining this so that to tell people, let people know, people that used to play down on this restoration of our natural values, upholding our values, they used to play down on it. No, this is not the problem. No, I'm saying this is the main problem. I'm telling you, because with it everybody start thinking individual, no more collectivity. It's just like IPOB. Our leader started by organizing. You cannot do anything as a people without first of all being organized as a people, and there must be something that will be, that will be holding you. There must be an ideology that is holding you as a people. There must be. When there is divided ideology, that organization cannot hold. You see, in IPOB, our religion is Biafra. If you have any religion more than Biafra, know that you have not started. Know that you are just wasting your time, because something will come and provoke you. Once you touch that your religion that is more than Biafra, now you back off. You say, no, I cannot give up my Jesus because of Biafra. Do you see it? Do you see it? That is disorganization. Now, molding our character, our national character, building or molding a national character. That is what I'm trying to talk about today. National character is the bedrock of every country's existence. When Japan resisted foreign Christianity, European Christianity, for more than 250 years, do you think that they are foolish? They want to maintain their people, to focus on one thing, that thing they knew, that thing they were born with, that their inheritance, that is their value, that is their culture, that is their religion, so that all of them will have the same focus. Because if they allow a foreign religion to enter, it will disorganize them. People will now focus in Mecca, others will the same people, others will focus in Rome, others will focus in other places instead of focusing in their country. Do you see that? There are things you will say, others you will give by the community. They say, no, my pastor never tell me. My pastor, you have to go and ask his pastor. The pastor will say, no, this is idol worshiping, don't do it. Do you see how the center could no longer hold? Do you see why this national character, molding a national character, is the bedrock of every country's existence? Because without it you can never have organization, and without organization you can never have advancement. Without advancement you can never develop. Because when you put this another person, he is thinking as a Christian, the other person is thinking as a Muslim, the other person is thinking as a different this thing, a Catholic, the other one is Protestant. We say no, my belief didn't allow this, but we are one people. Do you see what we are talking about? Do you see it? That is why we have to build a national character first. From there, now you can, once you are solidly there, you can be accommodating other characters, but putting them on their on their level, so that when they come they respect. I could remember this Qatar World Cup. You see what they gave notice if you are coming to Qatar, know that our tradition, we don't allow a man with a woman that is not his wife. It's our law. It's our value. So know it. So that when you go there, you respect their law. You understand what I mean? You understand me? When you go there, you respect their own law. That is their value. Are they killers? No, they are not. It doesn't matter what the Europeans talk, many people, Westerners talk, I guess, but you see a World Cup that is void of any robbery, any mishappening, because they were solidly on the bedrock of their national character. That is it. Without a national character, there is no country. You understand? Because everyone will be, once maybe your president or your leader gives an order, now you have to ask Mecca. You have to ask your imam in Mecca whether this thing, should I obey it? Another person will ask Archbishop of Canterbury, is this good according to our own belief in Anglican? The other one will ask Presbyterian. The other one will ask Rome. No, I have to wait whether Pope will say it. Do you see how divided it becomes? Divisions upon divisions, and no organization. That is why without a national character, there is no country. Don't you see the clip I played? This election, Nigerian election, whereas some people are trying to put, talk about advancement, somebody that will bring advancement to the country, somebody that will at least work for people to have job. Other section of the country, that is not their problem. Their problem is somebody that will bring more dignity to Islam. And once he said one Muslim president cannot do it, 2 Muslim presidents can do double of what 1 Muslim president can do. Do you understand it? He said the Muslim ticket will be jihad for them. It's part of the jihad for them. That is only what concerns them, what is mainstream in their minds. Development, that is not their problem. But we need to work, we need to excel as a people, Biafrans. But that is other people, that is not their problem. What matters to them is their religion. Do you see divided national character? There is no national character in Nigeria. Do you see that? Without a national character, there is no country. It is built through mutual agreement or outright imposition through conquest. That is national character. It could be built through mutual agreement. You understand? In a place like Nigeria, if there is mutual agreement through referendum, okay, we can bring out terms of being Nigeria. Okay, let us stay in these terms. If it is agreed, now no problem. We'll be going on that as a national character, or through outright imposition through conquest. Outright imposition through conquest. The Fulani is trying to build a Nigerian national character through the imposition of their own tribal character, and gradually Nigerians are accepting it subconsciously. It is now no more news for Fulani killing. No, who blocked it? They say, they are blocked Lagos Benin Road. Somebody who that driving run away from that was, lucky to be alive. We tell other driver, no, don't go. Fulani a block road. Even as I'm talking to you, they have killed up to 20 people on the road. I saw their corpses. They shoot at my car. Look at it. They have kidnapped many other people. Everybody will, now Fulani, the same Fulani now, government to come and help us. So others will be saying, now make they do come out. I have appointment in Lagos. Make I go quick. No. It has become something that is accepted by Nigerians, but subconsciously. Do you see it? Subconsciously. It is no more a big deal. That is how the imposition is going. Imposition of their own tribal character as a national character. As I said, the Fulani is trying to build a Nigeria national character through the imposition of their own tribal character. And gradually, Nigerians are accepting it subconsciously. Europe is generally advancing today because they allow the countries and nations to exist independently according to their national characters. That is why in Europe, let me tell you, in Europe is less than Africa. Europe, they have countries that are as small as in population as even 34,000 people. Liechtenstein is 38,000 only. Monaco is 39,000 people only. Andorra is 77,000 people only. Iceland is 341,000. Malta 441,000. Luxembourg 625,000. Montenegro is 628,066. Estonia 1 point something million. And you see, little countries that even some kindreds in our land are more populous than them. But they are countries. Do you know why? They don't want problems. They don't want to interfere in their national characters. Because they are a people. So they respect them and give them that independence they want, they need in order to function as a people. And that is why Europe is peaceful. But in Africa, they will come and conglomerate, amalgamate, thousands of tribes and different Wotu, Dik, and Hari, and gather everybody together, say, stay one place. There is beauty in diversity. How do they say that rubbish? Do you see that? Every time Britain will come and say, no, this thing, how do they put that grammar again? The territorial integrity of Nigeria is not negotiable. But in Europe, it is negotiable according to the national character. Because there is nothing, you cannot change the national character. Changing it means chaos, confusion, problems everywhere. That is why I continue repeating. That is why after Germany devastated the whole of Europe, they wanted to retaliate after 1945, but they put policies. Let me tell you, even Volkswagen company, they tried to destroy it. But after they revived it, they think far, they thought far. They said no. They try to assimilate Germans into other countries so that there will be nothing like Germany again, or German citizen again. Will be either Poland, Czech, or Russian, or any other. They annex them, assimilate them into other countries, so that they will diminish no more Germany. But they saw that in the future it will backfire on them. These people, they were advanced in thinking, something that Africans never reached, something that is alluding to the caliphate. You understand? When Biafra was defeated, they said crush them. Britain said crush these people, don't allow them to rise up. Later did they know that they thought that they can destroy ideology. No, you can never destroy ideology. You can defeat people with guns and bullets, but ideology is there. You cannot defeat it. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It must rise up. He must rise up. You just pumping air inside water. The water, no matter how you place you, the water must, the air must rise up. The bubble must rise up. So you cannot suppress it. You can't suppress it. Look at Afghanistan. Since how long? Since 1969, Russia invaded Afghanistan. But they killed the people, but they couldn't kill the ideology. After them, what happened? America did their own. America. They bombed Afghanistan into their kingdom. Tora Bora. They bombed everywhere. But what happened? Is America not out of Afghanistan? The people that own their thing, they take back their thing. Any person you are waiting in your own home, you don't even get tired. It's our people that are always in a hurry. Now, when we Biafra come in, no, it's a methodical process. Afghanistan today, they are in charge of their own country because it's an ideology. What is worrying to us is lack of ideology, no focus. Any person can come and take anything and blow our head, and we follow that side. This one, with this foreigner, we come and blow our, and we follow. We just like a breeze, no direction, no direction, no magnitude, nothing. But what we are doing here is to build and mold the national character. In the new Biafra, we are restoring, so that at least we'll be talking with one voice, focusing on our ideology. You understand? Europe today, they have many small countries. They are living in peace. Do you know why? Because they allow them to stay in according to their national characters. Europe is about the superficial of Europe. The size of Europe is 10.18 million kilometers square. Listen. It has 44 countries with the other 4 countries that are dependent, like Gibraltar. Well, Gibraltar is dependent, is a British dependent country. You understand? You have Channel Island, you have Isle of Man, you have a Faroe Island. These are dependent countries. Faroe Island is 48,863 people. A country, but it's dependent on Denmark. Isle of Man it has 85,033 people. A country dependent on UK. Channel Island dependent on UK. Gibraltar dependent on UK. You understand? Other completely independent countries, San Marino, 33,900, call it 34,000 people only, from president to the last president. But when they come to Africa, they don't allow you. Europe is 10.18 million kilometers square with 44 countries, call it 48 countries. You understand? While Africa is about 30.4 million kilometers square. That is 3 times the size of Europe. Forget about the way they used to draw the map of the world. When you see Africa, it seems that Europe is bigger than Africa. No. From Portugal to Russia to the North Pole is only 10.18 million, 10.2 million. While Africa is 3 times the size of Europe. 3 times the size of Europe. With only 54 countries. Do you see what is happening in the world? Do you see that? Do you see that? Now, the factors that determine national character are geographical, yes, economic, yes, social, cultural, historical, religions, political, language, and technological factor. These are the factors that determine national character. Among these factors, there is none that is common in Nigeria. None of this. We don't have the same geographical situation with the Caliphate. We don't have. With Castina. We don't have. They are arid desert region. We are equatorial forest. In equator. Do you understand? Where rain falls almost 9 months in a year. In our land, whereas maybe in their place, maybe rain will fall 1 or 2 months in a year. So it's not the same thing. So it changes all this. Your environment also helps in building our national character. That is why we see things, we judge things according to how we are. We see the world according to our environment. You know, I saw one of our brothers. He asked this question. He said, "Look, we eat our own personal food that is good for us. You know, we do our own things, our own type of dressing, the way we do things different in our own land, everybody. Now, why can't we also have our have our way of seeing our own God, have our own God in our own way? Why should we bring a foreign God or foreign concept and say it is our God and we start defending it? Is it not stupidity? Is it not stupidity?" Okay, let us continue. Among these factors which I mentioned above, there is none that is common in Nigeria. Therefore, there is no basis for a country as Nigeria which is built on zero solid foundation. Because Nigeria has no solid foundation. It's zero. Nigeria is just like a building, just like what do you call him? Chinedu. What he said one time, I think it's in that 2016, when he said Nigeria is just like building a 100-story building on top of a foundation of a bungalow. Today he is now one of the carpenters fixing the window in the Nigeria setting, which he condemned because he made a very, very correct analogy. I used it to preach since that time. I was talking about it. But lo and behold, why black people? These are people that are not ideologically consistent. You can see a black person today, he talks something today, fighting for something. Tomorrow, he will be against what he's fighting against. You say, I'm thinking, everywhere in a way. Now, wow. Chukuma Solu, the one bar for, he said something very nice. He said something. He said, Nigeria need to be discussed. Because Nigeria is just like a building, a 100-story building on top of a bungalow foundation. So it's impossible. You need to destroy the building and start up again. But today he fight for governorship and become maybe a carpenter in that 100-story building illusion. That is how our people are. No consistency ideologically. Every developed country in this earth has their national character. That is true. That is why they don't care. What matters to them is to maintain that their national character, including everything that concerns them. Every other thing is secondary. Every other foreign thing is secondary, including religion. Check, I have said this. Just Google developed countries in this world. You see that none of them developed on foreign ideology. Never. It is indigenous. When you check about like South America or Americas, the European, I said it, either direct imposition, conquest. Because in America, when I mean America, from Canada to Argentina, from north to south, the people, the indigenous people were almost annihilated. And the white Europeans are the people that are still there. In the case of Africa, only mostly in the southern part of Africa you still see whites, like Zimbabwe, like South Africa. They are still there. But in West Africa, none. They moved out because they had during the colonial period, they had a policy of non-migration policy in West Africa. You understand? Unlike in other, like even in America, during the colonial time, people they brought their prisoners instead of prisoners in Europe. If they sentence you, if they convicted felons, criminals, they will bring them to America to serve their jail term, and from there they will be working hard for the mother country. From there they become colonies. That is a history. It's a historical fact. Do you understand me? Now, every developed country in this earth has their national character. That is a fact. Have you asked yourself about the reason why Nigeria presidential candidates visit number 10 Downing Street, British Parliament, and speaks in Chatham House more than they speak to their fellow country people, Nigerians? I said this yesterday. Have you ever asked yourself, every time, this one, he went to Chatham House in London, is he going to be the president of England? Don't you ask yourself this question? And you are clapping for them now. He's speaking in London, speaking nice English. Now, who is he talking to? He's trying to convince the slave masters to accept him, that he's going to represent their interests. Now, when he finishes, he will come and use you to get their interests. Do you understand me? That is another Berlin conference they have been doing on the Nigerian setting. All of them, they are shuttling out Nigerian presidential candidates, where they talk to London more than they talk to Nigerians. After all, Tinubu refused to. We never granted the Nigerian press any audience. But when in London, everybody goes and talks to English press as in what he wishes. Now you ask yourself, are they going to become Nigerian presidents? I mean, English United Kingdom presidents or prime ministers, or are they going to become Nigerian presidents? And you see, intellectuals in Nigeria, they keep quiet. Do you know? According to Albert Einstein, those that will destroy this world are not the bad people, because they are few. They are not the bad people, but people that will destroy this world are those that we hear something, we see evil moving, evil going on, and they keep quiet, because there are plenty, either through fear, either anything, they keep quiet. These are the people that will destroy the world, and that is true. What is happening in Nigeria is a complicity of many people, both so-called intellectuals. Anything they come out and speak only grammar that confuses the population. They don't see, they don't hear, they don't understand anything, and people will clap. They don't come and tell the people and say, look, these are presidential candidates that we have that are vying to rule us, to be in Asorok, to be our presidents. Why are they going to Chatham House in London? Why are they going to number 10 Downing Street? Why are they going to talk to the British Parliament? For what? Have you seen any British before the Prime Minister, the Indian Prime Minister, the British Prime Minister of Indian origin, before he finishes, before he became the Prime Minister, elected as a Prime, did he come to Nigeria to talk to Nigerians? And you clamor for equality. And for your information, you see what I respect in that man, the British Prime Minister, is a Hindu. At the door of everybody saw it. At the door of the number 10 Downing Street, he was performing his right. He was performing his traditional right, way of worship. Oh, Chineke. Imagine he's an Igbo man. He's a British of a Briton of an Igbo origin. Hey, you want him to come and go now 10 Downing Street? No, let them say that he's too village person. Oh. Very inferiority complex. You saw the man with suit and he knelt down, do their own thing, light and incense, do their own thing, or in the glare, full glare of the whole world, is proud. You know, one of the things that is worrying us is inferiority complex. Inferiority complex. How can you go for eBay? The whole world is watching you. Hey, even if he's a prime minister, go and advise him that he has a British prime minister before a Bakwana here. He go on for hey, don't even use no British accent. What I say? A man I know here our English, here our country. What you want to bring that barbaric? You will call it a barbaric way of worship. But I know there only Hindu men here in British soil. That is people that merit being on top, dominant species. They are not feeling inferior anyhow. They don't feel inferior. Do you understand? We continue. You know, this world has no space for inferiority complex. It has no space for that. If you feel inferior, dominant species will match on you and go up. That is what the Fulani is doing in our land. Do you understand? Okay. There is never any agreement on any national character in Nigeria, and the Fulani is trying to do it through their jihadist war of conquest. That is the reality. What the Fulani is trying to do is to build a national character, imposing their own national character in Nigeria, and it is working for them. They must get ruga. You must allow their people to practice their way. Whether they are destroying your farmland is not their problem. I played the clip which I used to play during the preamble of Governor of Bauchi State, defending the Fulani, that the Nigeria belongs to them. That is the Nigeria you are clamoring for. That is the Nigeria you want to go and vote. But some people claim that it belongs to them, and you are laughing about it, and they are working towards it, building their own national character in it. You understand? Islamic terrorists sacking whole villages and imposing taxes to villagers as condition to be spared, raping women, burning people alive. But these people are openly accepted by the Fulani leaders as their warriors. What a country. Don't you see that? Is it something secret? Don't you see Sheikh Gumi that claimed that he said openly that they should not vote for any person that will come to say he want to kill the Fulani terrorists, which they call bandits. No. Because these people are their warriors. People that burned the Reverend Father Ache in Kaduna. That is, they are their warriors. People that slaughter the Hamufu people. People that used to slaughter Benue, Zamfara, Hausa indigenous and others. And the Benue. Every part of Nigeria. People that killed the church, war massacre. And they said they are their warriors. That is the Nigeria character they are trying to create. They are using intimidation, imposition, everything on it. You understand? What we are doing today is to try to model a common national character of Biafran nation, which will be based on our own Biafra. Biafra. You know, when you see other countries like American citizen is proud to be I'm an American. He says it with pride. That is who he is, because they built it. He's proud of it. That is what we want to do. We don't want to be in a country where you'll be ashamed of calling Biafra or to be identified as a Biafra. No. That is why we are taking the route we are taking today, in order to build and mold a national character. As I said, what we are doing today is trying to mold the common national character of Biafra nation. If we fail to do it, it might be achieved the hard way later on. What do I mean by the hard way? What we are doing is to sensitize our people for the need to be organized, for our values to be upheld, to be the bedrock of the formation of our nation, so that tomorrow we will not be fighting what is going on in our land. Catholic will not marry CMS. CMS will not marry. CMS will call a deeper life unbeliever. Assemblies of God will call this one you are infidels. No. The basis of our focus should be our nation, and that should be our religion, and that is our national character. If we fail to do it now, it might be achieved the hard way later on. A common national character brings national cohesion and development. This is what was started by Mazi. This is what we are fighting for here, in order to mold and build a national character of the Republic of Biafra, so that the future generations will stay in a country where peace and tranquility will reign, where justice and equity will be the order of the day, where everybody will be proud to be called Biafrans. That is what we are doing. Here I will stop, and I will go into few minutes break, so that when I come back, I will open the lines so that people will start calling. Please do not go away. I will be right back. Don't go away. I will be definitely right back, please.
na bokoko wano ya Panatu aka misi nne ya nọ ya ke nne ya ga-anọrịrị ya ọkụkọ sị na ihe na-esi aṅụ mmiri lewe anya n'elu na ọ bụ ebe ọnwụ na-egbu ya na-esi abịa biko nọ anyị ji ohere a anyị onwe anyị bụ ụmụafọ Biafra Indigenous People of Biafra IPOB n'aha mkpimkpi n'okpuru onye ndu anyị bụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dị Nsọ na-arịọ ndị eze ndị ụka dị iche iche ndị ọha obodo dị iche iche ndị ụmụnne nna ndị ụmụnne nne nọsekwa nọsịrị ka ha bikonyere anyị aka dịka ugwu ka anyị bụrụ ebele nchọnchọ anyị mere gosiri na ozu ndị a niile bụ nke ndị anyị nọ na mọchụarị anyị na-elibeghị so na-akele anyị ụkwụ na-epile anyị aja na garị biko ka anyị mara na ihe anyị ga-eme lipụ ozu ndị a hapụkwana ihe ndị ọzọ sochiri ya anyị lipụchi ozu ndị a nwanne anyị abịa n'obi eme akwara ama ndị sochiri ya anyị na-arịọ unu onye ọbụla nwụrụ ọnụ were mkpụrụ ụbọchị 3 lie ya bịa hazi ihe niile ihe mezikwanụrụ emezi a na-akpọ ya nwa mma biko ihe ndị a na-ebutere anyị nsogbu rue na a ga-eji mọchụarị na-akpa anyị ọgba ebe niile ozu a dọrọ n'ihu dọrọ n'azụ dọrọ n'ụlọ dọrọ n'uko dọrọ n'usekwu dọrọ na palọ dọrọ na senta tebụl anyị na-ele ya anya Chineke igbo ozu mana m ụmụnna ma enweghị ike iji amịrị igbe akwa ebe mkpọkọrọ eso dị mma ma ejighị eme ọla aka unu ma ihe m na-ekwu maka na nwata be nne ya be nna ya amara na ihe ọ ga-ebe agwụla anyị arịọ unu ka unu nwee ike mee ihe ugbu a mgbe chi na-efobere tutu mmiri asọ wa ọgba anyị mee ihe eji na-ekwu ihe a ụfọdụ mọchụarị nọ n'ala Biafra anyị ga-emechi ha n'ihi na mọchụarị abụghị ebe ụmụntakịrị na-aga egwuregwu ọ bụghị ebe ndị okenye na-aga ezuru ike ọ bụghị ebe a na-atatụ ihe n'ọnụ ma ọ bụkwa ngaji n'eze ọ bụghị ebe a na-aga nlele ihe eji agba na ntị ejighị ya agba n'anya anyị na-arịọ unu ka unu mee ihe kwesịrị nụ ka ala anyị dere ji ka obodo anyị dere ji unu cheta na onye ọbụla rere ala lie mmadụ oliole ozu labụ ihe abụọ apụle n'ahụ ka anyị nyere unu onwe anyị aka ihe meziri emezi a na-akpọ ya nwa mma anyị anaghị aba mba ma arịrịọ ka anyị na-arịọ unu ma ọ bụrụ na na-asịkwanụ na na-agaghị elebara ihe ndị ahụ anya na otu ọ dị na mbụ ka ọ ga-adịgide nwanne anyị enweghị ihe ọzọ anyị ga-eme na-abụghị ime ihe kwesịrị nụ n'ihi na anyị onwe anyị bụ ụmụafọ Biafra agaghị anọ ihe eri ọba anyị ozi a unu na-anụ ugbu a si n'aka ndị IPOB Indigenous People of Biafra na-abịara unu n'okpuru onye ndu anyị bụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dị Nsọ ọ bụ ha na-akụ mgbịrịmgba maka na osisi nwa ọnwụ otu ya afọ ọnụrụ ka ala ibe ndị ọ na-abụ ọkọkọwa anụ ọhịa ya gakwuru ọkọwakwanụ mmadụ ya gakwuru mmadụ ibe ya n'ihi na onye a na-achụ ehi na-akpọpụ ma o ji ọgwụ ya o ji nri ya ebe nwata na-ebe akwa na-atụ aka ma isi nne ya nọ ya ke nne ya ga-anọrịrị ya ọkụkọ sị na ihe na-esi aṅụ mmiri lewe anya n'elu na ọ bụ ebe ọnwụ na-egbu ya na-esi abịa biko nọ anyị ji ohere a anyị onwe anyị bụ ụmụafọ Biafra Indigenous People of Biafra IPOB n'aha mkpimkpi n'okpuru onye ndu anyị bụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dị Nsọ na-arịọ ndị eze ndị ụka dị iche iche ndị ọha obodo dị iche iche ndị ụmụnne.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olu province of Biafra land. We are here live and direct. We are here live and direct, and today is the 19th day of January 2023. Being Obochinkwo, our lines are now opened. Our direct line as usual is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and the signal number is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. I have a caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Welcome to the program.
Yes, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu. Onye nwe m gọzie gị. I'm very, very happy each time I hear your voice. I'm one of those that consumed your program because you're saying exactly our major problem. The problem of Biafrans and Ndibo is nothing but attaching ourselves to Western culture, Western religion, Western everything. It has destroyed us. But thank God for Mazi Kanu, whom God have brought out at this particular point in time and have trained so many of you to be on this platform, to be able to propagate this gospel of truth. In fact, God so much loves Ndibo. God so much loves us. I believe so. Chukwu okike abịama love Ndibo. If not, we are lost as a race. We are lost. But God have remembered us and said, these are my people who have been worshiping me since ages before the criminal from hell called Europe begin to come with their treachery, all religion. I so much thank you for your effort. Each time I hear your voice, it motivates me. I wish so many people will be keen to this program, especially this evening program. This evening program is like, let me use Igbo language to describe it. Utana anyasi, when utana, esimesicha shiofo ha. Whereas okpo na okpo no okporoko were shie ya, di na amalu na mgbede otun. Obioma na akpang. This is your program. Awakening, we need to be awakened from sleeping slumber, from following religion, meaningless religion that have destroyed our people. I don't have much to say. I only pray that God will give you more strength, give you more wisdom to continue in this particular program. This area you're going is the major cause of our problem. Nothing more than that. This area you are going, every other of your program, you keep directing yourself towards that area. That is where lies our problem. Nothing more than that. We are divided. You ask this man, he tell you, Oyedekbo, Okotekbo, Okotekbo, Nkanka, mountain of fire, mountain of mountain, Nkanka. The same with various ideologies, they can never unite. Islam is even better to compare with what is happening in the so-called Christianity. At least they have two types of Islam, one in Iran, one in South Arabia. Somewhere, somehow, they come together and agree on the exploitation of the gullible black people. But Christianity divide themselves into so many tentacles and keep exploiting people. How do you tell me somebody would be baptized and given an English name, and then you don't even know where it's coming from? You call somebody Christopher. Do you know that Christopher is a criminal? Christopher Columbus is a criminal. He killed all the whole black people, all the Biafrans. Let me tell you, the people, the original owners of that particular area that is called Argentina. Argentina, the word Argentina is white. I study Italian language. The day I told Italian, do you know what your forefather did in Argentina? They said, what did they do? I said, Christopher Columbus, that criminal, killed all our people, black people. The original people of Argentina are black people. When the ocean divided, it carried all the whole black people towards that side. Christopher Columbus, when they had killed all of them, came to Italy here and collected all the Italians and sent them there and name it Argentina. Argenti in Italian word is white. Go and check it. Argentina in Italian word, argent is silver. Silver is white.
Mazi is the same thing in French. Argent is a silver. That's it. You are right.
And silver is white. Silver is not black. You understand me? So it's a kind of a word that you may not even think about it. But we are Biafrans, we are clever, we are sharp people. Oh my God. May God bless you, my brother. I love you. I love Nandi Kanu, and I love all IPOP members. Continue. I don't have much to say. But we are discovering them. We will dismantle them. It's a matter of time.
Of course.
Take care.
This is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu set up this radio, for emancipation, to bring out secrets you can never hear on the mainstream media. Caller on direct line, can you hear me? Caller on direct line, please. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Oh, no. Caller on signal, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mazi.
Mazi, welcome to the program. Please, Mazi, the caller on direct line has come back. Let me see whether I can take him. Because just hold on. Caller on direct line, are you there? Caller on direct line. Go on, please. There, we'll go on, please.
Jonathan. Good evening from the Holy Land of Biafra. Mazi Jonathan, my name is Mazi Michael Israel, and I'm calling you from the land of Chukwokikabiam, Alanso. Mazi, I really appreciate you for the good work that you are doing, preaching the gospel of Chukwokike. Elohim continue to keep and to protect you, and give you more wisdom. Because Mazi, honestly, you are really educating us. Like as the last speaker said, the evening lecture you are giving us, Dr. Jonathan, Elohim will baptize you with wisdom. And our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Oshima Prizu Anya, I say anybody praying for him to die, even if it's me that is speaking, any day I pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to die. I say, may death follow me and my generation. Likewise, others praying for him to die. In the name of Chukwokikabiam. Yes, sir. Mazi, you know, you are talking on national character tonight. And in the afternoon, Mazi Alozie was talking, he said something about our language. He asked, Mazi, do you know that I was asking somebody one day if we are anytime before. Then I was now asking the person, I said, please, what is before in Igbo language? If you want to say before in Igbo now, how can you put it? That was when I know that Mazi, we are in a big mess. I know, in a big mess. If we do not get freedom, Mazi, Chineke na God. You know, I think now people are seeing it with their own eyes. They are seeing it. Because no, it's not possible. The child will cry. So that is the reason why the voice in the wilderness is there crying. Manamazi, you see the brain of a black man in this UG. Honestly, Mazi, we have fault in the brain. Honestly, if you're a black person, go and check. You need to go and check your mental, check your brain if your brain is working very well. Honestly. Mazi, this is where I will stop. There were
Mazi. Caller on what have happened? Oh, I'm sorry. I was with somebody. Did I? Did I remove him by mistake? I'm sorry. I need to bring him back. You know, sometimes you don't know. Okay, I have to bring him back. Now, caller on signal, please go on. Okay, just hold on, signal. Caller on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me, Mazi?
I can hear you, Mazi.
Mazi, you called me before on signal, right? You were there.
Yes, I was on signal, yes.
Yes, made I remove you without knowing or what? I pick another call on top of you. I'm sorry. Go on, please, go on.
Thank you so much, Mazi. Mazi, once again, you've delivered very well, but I want our people to sometimes, my name is Mazi Chukwudi, I'm calling from South Africa. I want sometimes our people to be rational in what we are doing. They shouldn't be emotional when we speak over the radio talking about religion and who we are as people. We need to really go back to who we are and define who we are before the religion came. Mazi, something that you said this evening that actually touches me so much is when you were talking about how we conduct judgment on a robbery, because we didn't have prison was a judgment of swearing an oath, and before the religion came, it was working for us perfectly. That oath was not to destroy you as a person. That oath was to let anybody who is going to commit such crime know that is going to swear an oath. So which means you don't have to do that. Those things we were doing in those days were working for us, and we were living in harmony with each other, even though there is still one or two characters that are not good. Maybe through hunger, maybe through, you find out that when any of them is caught and they confess before the oath, you find out that they are prompted by hunger or some issues, and some of them are taken to the king, and the king will now say, because of this, we are going to give a farmland to farm and feed your family. In our land, when you harvest, you don't harvest everything. You leave some for the people who are poor. These are ways that we're living in harmony without having issues with anybody. Before this issue of, they said we should go to the stream because we are burying our grandfather, and they say we should cut our hair and then put it on the river, and the pastor will now say to you, these people. But the same person that is doing that is leading you under oath to go and change your name by a baptism, and you answer a name of like Port Harcourt, which rapist. Harcourt was a rapist. They now make you to change your name and answer some of the names of the people you don't know, and now you run away from your tradition that was keeping you before you were brought to earth. Let me give you one example. In our land, in where I come from, there is this woman they call Umuayindo Sumpa. They are elderly women. When a case is reported to these people, they will take a look at it, and they will come to the compound of the person who was accused of doing the wrong thing. They will put their stick, the one that they're using, or Sumpa means those people, they are going with a stick on their hand. They will put their sticks on the ground after talking and asking you questions. They will say to you, climb on top of this stick. Do you know because of that, no child that comes from where I come from that will go and use another person for money ritual? Because of that women stood that anytime they accuse a person of maybe they are looking for somebody, or when they put that on top of, they give it 3 days, the person is gone. It's a corner. If your hand is clean, then everyone will see you that your hand clean. No one ever climb on top of that, come out free. But now let's look at what the church is doing. You go to the court of law, they have a Bible and they have a Quran, because they know things are not working. The politicians will commit much crime, you will commit so much crime. As soon as you get to court, they give you the Bible and nothing happens to you. You go back and continue committing the same crime. But if you were taken to the shrine of your community you will know before you commit this type of crime. That's why we need to, as soon as Biafra come, conduct our own thing in our own way, our own judgment in our own way, because all this in the Western world brought us is not helping us. It's turning our people into criminality. Lastly, this scholar is even made my day when he was talking about the Colombian. Look at, everybody knew that even Australia and so many other people were former all black people. They were all killed. The religion that we are talking about today, those people that brought it, when Joshua, the one that everyone is calling Jesus, when he come, he brought a peace according to what we have read in the book. It was a peaceful mission that he came. The people that brought it to us, they were killing us in one hand. In the other hand, they had the Bible. How can British bring Christianity to Africa? But they are the one that have taken our people to slave. With some of them, their boat was written Jesus Christ. But people that were entering into that place, their hands were chained, feet and hand bound into the train that was written Jesus. Mazi, thank you.
There was Mazi. Imagine we have our country whereby we modernized, I say modernization. We model our judicial system with our culture. Imagine how beautiful it will be. Whereby people will be taking oath according to our value. With the judge or prosecutor or anything being also is a more in a shrine. Imagine practicing something the world have not seen before. Imagine being original. Imagine what the Europeans, what Britain didn't know. They say, what type of people are these? And the thing will be working. Before even you bring a criminal there, he will confess by himself and say, no, it's me that did it. The reason why I did this thing is this and that. And for saying the truth, he will be given the appropriate punishment. No too much hackles. Imagine a country like that. Imagine the originality, how it will be reported all over the world. Imagine the percentage of crime that would be in Biafra land. The minimal percentage. That is what we are trying to, build in our mentality first. Caller on signal, please go on. Caller on signal, hold on. But caller on direct line, go on, please. Caller on direct line, can you hear me?
Talking from Biafra land, the land of the hope and home of the free. I am greeting you with a vehement heart of love. I want to give to our mommy. Mommy wants to say hello to you before we go ahead. So you will meet you people, mommy, again the year.
Over to. Oh, there mama. Ndewo, I know ya. No, okay.
Uncle, but I have to go on with the topic of the day. I actually want to thank you because you have done a lot for us. One of us, the media is here. One of the media of Umibekwe zone is no other person. You just want to say hello before I continue. Just say hello to the whole world.
Go on.
Mazi, good evening. Political freedom. I greet the whole, I greet our listeners, I greet everybody on air. And with my brother,
Honorable Secretary, I just met him on the way when he was making call. He asked me to greet everybody. I thank you. I thank the whole everybody listening. Thank you, brother.
No,
so, also, based on today's topic, I actually want to say something quickly. When we talk about this national character molding, or in the other paraphrase, it actually builds a lot to introduce the values of the indigenous. And I'm so grateful that you have been doing greatly on this. But on the other hand, I think it is some sort of you wasting a lot of your calories dealing on this, because I was asking myself, I said, what is Uncle Jonathan doing? Is he teaching the ICOT that he has caused a lot?
Oh, his time, I don't know, he just cut off. Caller on signal. Thank you for holding on. Mazi, can you hear me? Caller on signal, can you hear me? Please go on now. Oh, so, go on, caller on signal. Are you there? Caller on signal. Can you hear me, Mazi? What is happening? You should be hearing me, but I'm not here. The world is not hearing you. Caller on signal. Are you there? No. Caller on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp, please hold on. Let me continue with the signal first.
Brother Mazi Celestine. Yes, Professor Jonas, I can hear you.
Go on.
I remain your brother Mazi Celestine Ogba, and I am coming from the coastal region of Biafra, Waibon precisely. Yes, Professor Jonas, I am talking to you. Professor Jonathan, please let me move a step backward, because 3 days ago I tried to call. I was on hold until my battery emptied. Sure of Professor Chuku Masonudo. I don't have to call him a professor, because from all indication, it seems that man was suffering from a mental diarrhea. It is unimaginable how someone that calls himself professor cannot understand the common principle or rudiment of a law, what a judgment of court means. So to me, I think that is a product of sandwich causes. So that was why he's not been able to understand what court judgment of a competent court of jurisdiction like appeal court means. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot be taken under any bail. It is a strict unconditional release and nothing more than that. Let me come to the topic of your submission today, Professor Jonas, and that is about upholding the national character. When we talk about national character, we are talking about originality. We are talking about organic creation. We are talking about something that has to do with the common value system among a nation, or a country, or a nation state. But the question we have to ask is, in the idea of Nigerian statehood, is Nigeria a state, a nation? Is it a nation state, or is it a country? And to my own perception, it's far beyond any of these aforementioned characters, because Nigeria is a contraction. Now, why is it that Nigerian cannot uphold a common, cannot uphold a national character? The reason is not far-fetched from that an average Biafran has nothing in common, nothing practically in common with an Oduduwa man, a Yoruba man. because they don't wear the same kind of food, they don't eat the same kind of food, they don't wear the same kind of clothes. Talk more of a nomadic Funani and Majiri who is in the bush. So in reality, there is nothing that bonds us together for us to be able to anchor or foster a national, uphold a national value, there is nothing really that can prompt us into holding that. And Professor Jonas, if you look beyond this, you would understand that the composition of this criminal contraction called Nigeria is criminal in nature, and that was why the British have to empower the Funanis. Why do they have to do that? The reason they have to do that is because the British and the Funanis share some similarities in value system. Because British believe in conquest, like the whites, the Fulani believe in conquest, and that was why they empower them to subdue other indigenous nations who would have used their organic nature to uphold their national character. So you see to it, there is a disconnect. So it becomes very difficult how people can begin to talk about national character, talk more of upholding the national character in a country that has nothing in common, no commonality of values. Do you understand? So those are the things. These are there are some of ways, like we talk about where the British have to bring the Christianity and the Funanis have to bring all these things that are anchored or targeted on destroying our originality. And without our originality, we cannot talk about upholding our national character. National character is something that has to do with your organic creation as a human created by God. It is natural. It is not artificial. So that is the thing, Professor Jonas. Having said this, Professor Jonas, we have to step down for order of my comrade to make their input. Thank you so much. Almost say Biafra, we shall keep on keeping on. Biafra is here.
Thank you very much. Caller on WhatsApp. Mazi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
There, Mazi, welcome to the program. Happy New Year.
Okay. I'll return to you. My name is Chukwemilo. I'm speaking from my location. I thank you once again, Mazi Jonathan, this evening. I greet our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the man who saw tomorrow, even after tomorrow, the man who set up this platform to expose all the evil that is going on in the whole world, especially in Nigeria. I greet my leader. Yes. Before I go ahead, I think day before yesterday, we heard that this criminal in Finland, they give order for sit-at-home.
Mazi, please, Mazi, leave that side. Any sit-at-home that people don't hear here, let them know that they come from the governor, from politicians in our land. Hope please.
There's something I want to say.
Mazi, please don't call. I don't want that. We have called that. Don't call that name here. I have said it. Any sit-at-home that is not from here or from the DOS, from Radio Biafra, it comes from Hope. Most of them are direct. As simple as that.
I know all this. What I'm trying to say is that we have to counter it when there's a time to counter it. Because when something was said to air and people hear it. It is a very big confusion. We have to counter it as soon as possible so that the people will not follow a wrong way. That is what I mean. That is what I mean. However, what I want to say again is this. This radio, our leaders set it up to open the eyes of Nigeria to black people. But the pity, there are some people who have heard it good news because of money. Some of them decide to be a saboteur. When I think about all this nonsense, I feel bad. I regret to be a black man. Talk less to be a Nigerian. Because people who cannot reason is very, very poor and very, very bad. How can somebody who have heard the truth and see the truth and will continue dancing because somebody gave you money or gave you a position, you sell yourself and sell your generation for money? That is black man for you. I want to talk to Chinedu and audios of Carlo, who is talking about shutting our leader. These people are slaves. No matter how much money you have as an Igbo man, as an Yoruba man, as a Nigerian, and you are still working for Nigeria today, you are pure slave. That money you are gathering left and right, you don't know what will happen to your children when you have died. Each time when I'm talking to this race, I'm trying to remember death for those that is alive. Because life one day must come to an end. Whatever you do when you are alive, if you don't get the reward when you are alive, your children will get your reward. Because when I think about Azikiwe, during the time we are talking about independence, 1958 and 1959, all of that, Azikiwe, Babia Sita, Ifa, and all of those people, if they will come back to earth now and see what they do during their time, they will never make such a mistake anymore. But can the people who are alive now learn from that? No. That is Igbo people for you. That is one black people for you. Because they are stupid. When they saw money, they are running about money. They don't know that after life there will be death. They don't know that they will go with money. If you want to know what happened to the world, go to the Bible and read about Ecclesiastes in the Bible. Solomon tested all the whole thing on the earth and said vanity upon vanity equals to vanity. He said that the breeze is just like a breeze. The breeze is blowing from west to north, from south to west. You cannot catch the breeze. That is how this earth is just allowed. If you are running for money, if you are a millionaire, you talk about billionaire. After billionaire in Naira, you talk about billionaire in dollars. From billionaire in dollars, you die of the process. The white people, you stock the money in their bank, they will use it and develop their people. That is what is going on. That is why they want Nigeria to remain. Look at all this war, all these things that is happening to Nigeria. The UN, and all of that, Americans, all of them are working hard to make sure Nigeria remain one, so that the foolish black people will continue to take their money to America, so that they will use it to their people. Foolish people, within few days they will die. Buhari have died. The billions of dollars we have talked in Europe and American banks, they are using it to develop their people. foolish people who have no sense. My leader, will be your strength. You have done so much on earth. You must be remembered in millions of years. Thank you very much. All hail Biafra.
Oh, must hail Biafra. There were Mazi. There were. Let me see. No, this brother I've been trying to call on direct line, come back, but no way. I don't know. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Caller on WhatsApp.
Yes, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu. Udo the regular Chineke.
The Kwarage.
Umu Chineke, Umu Biafra, Nduchupu Ntelomano, Dine Mezwi, Udo the Ronyabuna. Mazi, without wasting much of our time. My name remains Mazi Obasi Ejikeke Prayer. I'm from Enugu province, but I reside in Abakaleke province, where devil man say I be king of king. But Omaloka is Ikwado. Mazi, your topic this night is a wonderful one as usual. Let me appreciate the God of our land, the God of our ancestors, the God of faith, the God of the truth, the God of honesty, the God of peace, the God of freedom, the God of Mazi Nnamdi Chukwuka Abiyama Ekekerowa. You send him to this mission, protect our leader, guide him more strength, more knowledge, more wisdom, guide him from the hand of evil politicians in our land. Don't allow anything to hurt our leader. Guide our leaders, DOS, Eastern Security Network, all our leader presenters, and all Ezwomada Biafra who are doing the needful, and all the freedom fighters, lovers of freedom fighters, guide everybody and give out more knowledge, more wisdom to finish this fight in the name of Chukwuka. Isa. Mazi, we are talking about you know, in Nigeria, yes, you said it all. Fulani are trying all their best to suppress everybody to follow their own Wakumaya corruption national character. Because in Nigeria, if you remove character, Fulani, if you remove corruption, Fulani disappear. Because Fulani is progressing because of the corruption in the zoo. That is why Fulani are jumping all over the place. If you remove it today, Fulani will disappear. But that is not our issue. Our issue is our own, how to build our own original. When we talk about who we are, we go back to 1991. Oh, you see our people. You know, this thing that humanity brought for us to choose, my brother, to tell you the fact. If you sit down and listen how our people live, who they are, join this unity, envy, jealousy, that is what Christianity brought for us. Look at us, criminal all over the place. Do you remember in our own time, in the old days, when one kill somebody, kill his own brother, people can settle down in their home again. Christianity, that is why shooting all over the place. Christianity was before I know, I very well. When you still in our land, we give a tongue crier. He knock everything, everybody will surrender. Come bring every ideas. Who do this? If anybody, if you are the one that did it, say the truth. I will know how to handle it. But if you did not, you know how to do it. Do it that way, Before you know it, your own is sullen. But today, look at us. Kill somebody and go to church. Father will tell you this and that. You are saying a big forgiving. You go back to that place. That is what we are suffering today in our land. All the politicians in land is a Christian, but look at us. This is what Christianity brought to us to participate nonsense that the British that brought this thing to us with a knife, with a gun. But today they are preaching to us what we don't know. My brother, dear friends, see, Turi, I am Miss Rosa. If we did not go back who we are, when I am Google, Funa Biafra land now, when I was in Cholema, in Yaipo, when I was in Chole Valumadi Ibea, those, yes, I'm a Christian, but about that kind of sense that time. I got to get if you defend the year Malo. They defend the year Malo. No. Mazi Namde Kani Iputa. They are go shine also. Why how nature works. Nature. Nature is God. God is nature. If you fail to understand that nature, when your tribe is gone, forget about all these criminals. When I call them criminals, they are starting calling me, telling me, why should I call man of God a criminal? He's a totally criminal. Because all they are all over. This is ending Martin Water. Today, look at us. They are brought for us what they are said. If something happening to you, you talk about committee of friends. I don't know where this thing came from. Before, our people know that original, when your people have problem, you must go and help him. Not when the person starting begging you. I call it committee of friends. You know, this is professional beggars. All of us don't choose that thing. You see somebody, to do something, he started preaching something, invasion, committee on friends. I ask people, why are we moving from who we are? Originality. Fully, you can help your brother. This thing that was your brother. For you to come and help him before you help your brother. Or your Christianity will tell you. Our leader, Unzopota, Ngwalohana Abia Wanyo, Kuzilai, how things work. Kahana Abia, let everybody listen the way they are teaching the original of your identity. How you can live a natural life. People, no, these people are different people. That is what we want to go back, the way our ancestors did, and live a righteous life. A long life, 25 years, 125 years, 130 years, 120 years, 110 years. Today, look at us. When you reach for you know it's 75, you go down. Christianity, people will come to this lady and defend our people can have gone outside now. Our people still when I line 10 million Christianity water. Only now one years old. Yana God will fight your battle. When all you mean you God will fight all your battle. I say me la na lo ebe mmadụ enwelo ihe ọ na-alụ inwela akala inwelo ihe mụrụ na-alụ igolo akwụkwọ miracle. Let me ask them how that miracle works. Mba nwa ma nkụzila anyị nke ahụ nọ ịgwago ihe mgbe ha ntọ bụ ego niile dị na onye ha ndị alụ all over the press and our people simply all over the Chineke. So see everybody this night is mụrụ anya ịga out onwere okwu onye anyị si agakwa uno nwe nke m ụtụtụ na nwere ike m gacha ịgba works nga chọọchị m gawa ebe m na-arụ ọrụ ngatakwa ebe m alụ m gakwa ebe m nọ na echekwaba our people. No way. Look at all our life. Let us go back from who we are before these people came. Disorganized. No way. Ị ga-afụ somebody o jikwa obiọma ya woti ihe na chọọchị woti ihe ka oke ụmụazị efe onye nke abịa dọkpụrụ nwa na-ene ya anya n'iru ọkwa ndị nọ na chọọchị ama ihe obi n'obu n'obi amara ihe ọ chọrọ ime ọ bụrụ ihe chọọchị nwetara anya. Today in our land, just look at anyị na-agazizi gịsarị ndị enwelọ akara aka ndị enwelozi ebe nwa si pụta mana I thank God today Chukwu Okuka Abiam who brought up Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a truly man of integrity, to teach us the way, and he selected all the professors who are teaching everything in the Ledo Biafra for us to Elohim, Chukwu Okuka Abiam, the God of our and give us the mind, give us ability to listen. Why are we suffering? We are suffering because we choose what is not our destiny. Mazi, hello, bless you. As you are doing the good work. Thank you very much.
Caller on direct line, you'll be the last caller if you can hold. Can you hear me? Caller on direct line. Go on quickly, Mazi. The thing just cut.
Yes, sir. Let me make it brief. Please, sir, I want to ask a question. Regarding to this topic, I want to ask some things like constitution of a country. Can we attach the restructuring of a constitution of a country, such as the country called Nigeria, into this particular topic that you have, trained?
Come again. You say whether
what I'm saying this is that I captured that persons like Peter B, Soludo, all Ohanes and Igbo, governor of Southeast, and every one of them, their counterparts, need to listen to this topic of tonight. Because if we will talk about this national character building or molding, I think they should ask themselves the question, why will Nigerian constitution not inclusive as something that is liable to be amended or maybe subject to be amended to get a refined content of a constitution that can be beneficial to the every indigenous, irrespective of the fact that the amalgamation have justified that it is expired. You understand? It's also a good one that we realize that such things should be, inclusive to have a justifiable nation building. But we are not saying that we want to still answer Nigerians. But all I'm asking is that if it is a part of, building a nation or maybe a nation character, I think people should listen to this and tell the whole world truth than going to kill people in this coming election for voting him in. Thank you, sir. And bye for now.
There were. What I will also say briefly before I take the last caller is, constitution, written constitution is the codifying or codification of people's value, national character, the way it should be. In the olden days, we didn't have our ancestors didn't have codified laws, that is constitution, that is written down. But it doesn't mean that people don't know what is wrong or what is right in the community. Do you understand? So normally, every country's constitution or every nation's constitution should be the representative of the people's values. That is it. That is what it means. The do's and don'ts of the people. How you do this, how you do that. That is just constitution. That is what it means. The olden days, we know how we rectify our problems, even if nothing is written down. You know that you shouldn't sleep with somebody's wife. You shouldn't shift land border or landmark. Different things in our. It's not written, but it was known. both criminal offense, everything. It is known. So, constitution, I should say, or I could say, is the codification of the normal people's values. Because you cannot make constitution without putting in consideration people's value. It will not work. That is what we are suffering in Nigeria. Because what is in the constitution, the way they write it, it doesn't tally with our value system. It doesn't tally with our value. It's just only one particular set of people. Concentration of power in the center. In our land, it was not like that. We have autonomous communities, but everybody's voices counts. Caller on WhatsApp, you be the last caller, please. Mazi, go on. Can you hear me? Call on WhatsApp.
Yeah, Professor Jonathan, thank you for taking my call.
There we go.
Yeah, you're speaking to a brother who's the scavenger. I'm calling from Afridi Sud, South Africa. I greet my leader, Mazi, a prisoner of conscience, who set up this Radio Biafra, a stadium of learning, prosperity, everything on box to educate us and teach us. I greet you, the Mazi. I greet all the radio listeners and I greet all IPOB members. Professor Jonathan, we must, when you talk about this national character, to the zoo and to the Nigeria setup, they have national character. But their national character was, they made it secret in their mind that their national character is to kill all the Biafrans. And when they couldn't kill all the Biafrans with the British and all, they now mellow it down to humiliation. Now they are humiliating us, they are marginalizing us, and we are telling the world, the United Nations, the AU, the African Union, Antonio Guverach and Tony Blair Institute of Democracy and them, that this is why, this is our problem. Tell me in which country in this world, in this 21st century, that one particular tribe, a Biafran, was sentenced to hanging for stealing 350,000 naira. 350,000 naira, a Biafra was humiliated and sentenced to hanging by one tribe, and you still want us to stay there. I've never heard this judgment. Where did they set up? Where have it happened in whole Nigeria? Where somebody who stole 350,000 naira was hanged, was sentenced to hang. It's only one group. And what baffles me is that this one group, it's like the tribe in suffering. And that is why even when they are singing, they say, anywhere you go, you know, see Bomano, run away. And now, you see him in Lagos, you see a Biafra man in Lagos, now they hang him. They've sentenced him to hanging for 350,000 naira, but somebody stole billions and they reward him with ambassador. This is what we are seeing. And what strikes me, what makes me angry is that group that they are marginalizing, they don't want to talk on behalf of themselves. They don't want to save themselves. We can say that if we know what is holding our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we can say Biafran. And then Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for the freedom of Biafran. And we can say that if we open his mouth to say why they are still holding our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that Nigeria will what? Disintegrate, that Nigeria will what? Will collapse. So he loves his enemy. He loves people who kill 5 to 6 million of his people, but still yet he wanted to be glue. That is why they always want to be glue. Let me strike you more. You voted, you're talking of election. Last election you voted Dave Umahi. Dave Umahi said that he is not there to talk for you because you vote for him. He's not there to you are talking of water, electricity, road. That is not what he's there for. He's there to hold the constitution of Nigeria. He's there to serve the zoo. He's there to hear anything that the Fulani said. He's there to use the whole land of Biafra for development, to build a mosque. That is what the devil was there doing. And now they are still talking of election. What is election? We are not talking of election. We are talking of referendum. That is what we are talking of. Because election to us in Nigeria is a monkey business. Election in Nigeria is a time for contract from the British, for them to renew their contract, for the time for them to, these extorters, to make the way. And now when you see a brother who sells tire, who sells small thing and make up money, you said it's a money ritual. But you are the one who have been using your future for money ritual. You go and take a cup of rice to vote for somebody who hold the future of your generation for the next 20, 30 years. You are there, but still yet you said you are educated. You are dancing. Anywhere you go, you know Sibo man. Look at your people. Come to South Africa and see where your people are eating. They are 10 eating one plate. Come to South Africa and see what is going on, the shame of Biafrans in South Africa. Anywhere you go, you know Sibo man. Come here and see all these people singing those music, all those people supporting, all those people who are supporting the marginalization of Biafrans. Kill one Biafrans, you get 500,000 naira. These are all our leaders. These are the people you call leaders. I call them prison warders. These people have no soul. These people have no soul. Their soul, South Africa say, ndaga, ndaga, daga. That is what they are. They are pure. Their heart is very dirty. And the only way is referendum. Referendum. Initiate it. Release our leader, Mazi become a prisoner of conscience. Release him immediately. You're talking of insecurity, but you are insecurity yourself. You are insecurity yourself. Don't come here to tell us insecurity. You are the insecurity. You imported insecurity. You enable environment of insecurity. There is nothing going on in Biafra land. Biafrans, rise up and take your future. Rise up and remove them. Don't give them breathing space. Don't give them breathing space. You are dying. You are dying thinking that you are enjoying. You are not enjoying. You are dying. You are suffering. You are suffering. Thank you, Professor Jonathan, for taking my call. Biafrans, we are talking because we love you. IPO members, you are my blood. You give me blood. You are the one. That is why I'm talking. And Radio Biafra is where I worship. This is radio station that makes me to know that if I die today, a human being, I will stand there and ask Moses question. I will stand there if I thought that I go to heaven, if I have thought that heaven exists, because they already say you are infidel on earth, and even in the place you are worshiping, they say that you are a Gentile. You are now also, you don't know where you stand. Thank you for taking my call. Biafrans, I love you. IPO members, you are my blood. Bye.
There were Mazi. There is something, this is where I'm going to switch off the phones, please. I'll not receive any calls again. There is something Mazi said, that I and exactly the same thing. You will see somebody will be posting on social media, showcasing, spraying money. If he tells you how he escaped death anywhere he is or anywhere he went in order to make that money, you will baffle. You know, they have inculcated in us many things which is leading us to perdition. You know, with all these things, all these type of mantras, we don't ever care for government aid or anything government. We believe on ikeketori, individual hustle. Now, if you don't make it, it's your problem. We don't care for each other. We don't care for a need to have organized the system. That is what Nigeria has put us into. It is, they are pushing us. We are gradually marching down into abyss without knowing it. With even pride. Anywhere you go, you don't see Igbo man. Know that you will become epitome of suffering. Slavery. Around the world, our people are in jail. And we love it. It become, we now take it as a positive thing. How many of us even know about government? That government it can aid you in making funds available as a citizen. Our people don't know. Instead, I will say we are people relegated to Ikeketorie na go and make money. You continue suffering from birth till taking care of your people, your father, your mother that's supposed to be receiving money from the government. No way. You are in charge. Suffering. It is very, very sad, honestly. It is a part of brain damages, they damage our brain so that we don't care about anything government. After all, I can do it. What is the need of government? People cannot survive without organization. Individual survival doesn't mean anything. What matters is collective survival and advancement. That is the most important thing. That is why we always clamor for putting value to our culture. You put value to our natural things. We put value, add value to it. As I said before, it becomes our character. Everything foreign. Instead, we export raw material. Now they add value and bring it to us. Foreign. Oh, we are okay with it. The same thing to cultures, religion, everything from foreign land. It is the best. Why not we add value? Somebody, sorry to say, but the doctor, whether doctor of philosophy, that is PhD, asking me on what is our template? What is our that culture? That culture what is our template? I used to say here that look, I despise our so-called intellectuals. I despise them. All they know is that they are failed, nothing more, nothing. Asking what is our cultural template? Where is it written? Which means he's lazy, he cannot put value to his thing. Therefore, that thing he sees from a foreign country, that is what he knows. So you cannot change the status quo. But he's a doctor, he's an intellectual. Does it make any sense at all? Sometimes, if I say, thank God, anything I say now, we see it practical. So as long as we come into the world, we see that that is what they put us. It's a foreign thing now. We continue in that template, no question. We believe it, we continue in it, we defend it. We don't ask ourselves questions. We cannot do our own thing and put value, add value to it, use it ourselves, and if possible export it. Do you see? When we talk here, try to understand us. It's showing practical. It's showing practical. Now, we become followers of people that add value to their own thing. Suffer. Write it down. Do you know this Bible you are quoting today? Do you know how many people have been slaughtered or were massacred? How many people died for them trying to, codify this Bible, standardize it, put it in a book that we are reading today? There are many books. Any person that tells you is 80 books. No, that is lie. There are uncountable books but they minimize it to even 80. People were fighting for other books to be put there. Lives were lost. They had different councils, different meetings, they argued, it erupted into fighting, it erupted into different wars of fighting. So why are you not going to put this book? Why are you not? It took ages, but a black man, Onyisioji, once already met. Do you see it? Even now, some people are already getting tired. Now this year Biafra they take time. Now is it how? See, no, if it is how every time, look at these people will say this, these people will add another thing. These people, they don't know that it is a process. It is a process of codifying a value. It is not normally easy because you are representing people's interest, different people's interests. You don't understand. People think that the religion, Christianity, is just something of one day, just for the Bible fell down from heaven. Sometimes I look at our so-called intellectuals, I cannot understand. People fought for these things. It took decades, if not centuries, in order to arrive to even millennium of fight. Sometimes people will die, sometimes people will oppose, sometimes they will say no. Reformation will enter and they will change things and there will be war and people will die. The Europeans you are talking today, in order to get to where you are today, you are enjoying their already made, but you don't want to engage in that tedious journey. Why will you now call yourself that you are equal to them? That is why it doesn't matter what happened. It doesn't matter the challenges we have here. Why is Mazi the Kano's family engaging? If it is like this, is that how Nigeria, Biafra will go? We're there here. We continue consistently. We are not going to give up because our own is not different. The Europeans, you are enjoying their tranquility today. You are enjoying their Bible today, quoting it or not talking. It's not like that, called. Don't you know that they fought? The countless wars we have fought in order to institute that thing you are quoting, you are enjoying today. Don't you know that? That's why I urge our people to study, make researches, study history. Study history, and you'll find out. You'll find out many things. It will strengthen you in this struggle. Don't you know that? You think that everything is easy? They got it easily, and after you now being an end product user, you will stay and be enjoying the thing like that. Sometimes I don't blame the Europeans because everything they got, they fought for it. Do you know what it means to leave Europe using that time there was no steam engine? Using this raft, what do you call it? Sail, S-A-I-L. Directed by breeze, by wind. Do you know what it takes them? To go and explore some other parts of the world where others cannot go. To go to go into the horizon. Do you think it's easy? They fought for everything. They sacrificed their lives for everything. For years and years and years and years. Many were dying. You can see maybe they line up maybe 20-30 ships in a journey, in a voyage. Maybe among the 30 ships, only 2 will reach. You don't know the sacrifices they made? And you want everything to be easily given to you? You now you'll be there commanding as a receiver of the end product. Don't you see how when things are added value, our values are added to things, they bring it back, it becomes more costly, and you pay. You pay for it to enjoy it. Don't you see that? Do you think that Europe they got to where they are today easily? It took blood. When they tell you blood, not simple, millions of people we perished in different things they were doing, different engagements. So why would you do your own? Some people say, hey, this Biafra every time Biafra, now we are tired. Now wow, no security in our life. Is it how Biafra will be? This is a process. It is how countries were. How countries where. That is how they got to where they are, advanced countries today. You don't know that? Do you think it's easy? So, molding our values is not going to be easy thing. It can erupt into real war. It's part of it. You have to prepare your mindset. That is how it is. It is. We are not the first, neither the last. Do you know? Don't you see that even in Christian churches, why do you have a CMS, Christian Missionary Society? Why that is Anglican today? Why do you have them? They are different from Catholic. Even right from time when they brought Christianity in Onisha, in Igbo land. Why do you think so? They were even having clashes in Igbo land among themselves. Why do you have that? It was when England rebelled against the Pope. They said no, it led into different clashes and wars. All those things were part of the Huguenots. Our leader has said this here several times. You know the history of the Huguenots? The white people you see in South Africa, white Europeans there. In even America, those that colonized America, all those people that they were seen as they are not needed, rebels. Instead of killing all of them, they told them, okay, now we send you into exile. Go to exile with your belief because you are challenging Pope. And they set sail, entered into Americas. And went there and started slaughtering the local people. They were Christians. They were fighting war in Europe, war of ideology that led to physical killing, physical slaughtering. But today you are enjoying it, thinking that it was gotten easy. It's just like when you buy your car. Oh, you buy 2023 Mercedes car. Go to where they are being manufactured. Go to the assembly plant, or not assembly plant, car manufacturing plant. Go there in Germany and see the rigorousness of how things are being done. That it wasn't easy. It is not easy. Now you start thanking them, but you are there to buy the end product. We shouldn't continue buying every end product, be end product to users and buyers, including ideology. Any ideology they modify, they bring to us, now we buy and we enjoy it. We start defending it. People that cannot add value to their own local thing. You see people asking, where is your own code? What of if you start initiating it and start saying, no, let us codify our value, our natural values, our culture, put it into writing. Are you not a human being? No, it's what I see as I was born. So that's it. It makes you low. That is what we say here, in order to spur people into action. Our leader said he used to do 3-4 things at a time, but he cannot withstand lazy people, even lazy in ideas. An intellectual asking, why should we, where is the codification, the templates of our culture? Where is it? So as we don't have, we cannot have it. Let us stop being lazy in our character, ideologically, everything. You know, the most cumbersome thing on earth is manufacturing. Do you know that? Do you know that? Yes, manufacturing, fabrication. That is the hardest thing on earth. Something that can, tire you, it can discourage you, it can, that is the reality. That is the reality. That is why Africans are not too much in fabrication. Instead of fabrication, say, oh boy, now let me go China, turn from China. Is it not money? Buying and selling, very easy. A finished product, you buy it. We're always interested in finished products. I know wine. Our ideology, we cannot develop it. Our culture, no way. You start asking, when are you going to develop your culture? Like then, now leave that culture. Let us take the one we see. It makes you a lower human being. Japan fought for their culture, to retain their culture. They banished anything European Christianity for more than 250 years. I used to say it. So that do you know what is 250 years? How many generations? Do you know what it means? Do you know what they suffered? One side rise up they will slaughter people. Do you know what it means? Do you know more than 2 centuries? Do you know what it means? In order to prohibit people to maintain uphold your values, they have to close everybody for more than 200 years. The father died, the generation coming, the son will grow and die, another one will come, and the same thing, as if they are put in a cage, but in the right one, in order to maintain their culture. And today, all you see is finished products. They are enjoying their thing, and you go there to claim right. Whereas you cannot even do your own. You cannot add value to your own thing. It is mental laziness. This is where I'm going to stop. Biafra is our religion. Biafra is our ideology. We will never stop what we are doing. Nobody can provoke us. No, we are unprovocable. Instead, you provoke us into doing more. I'm telling you honestly, into doing more than required, instead of stopping it. Because what our enemies want is for us to, some of us to stop and say, they will laugh. No way. No way. Ideological fight is not easy. It's not an easy fight. Sometimes it takes more than centuries in order to achieve it. Do you know Islam people are enjoying today? Do you know it took 250 years in Arab land for Islam to be orthodox, to be the mode of the code of the system? Do you know that? More than 250 years or 250 years, 2.5 centuries. They fought for it. They fought. They killed. People killed them. They continued to maintain. Today, people are enjoying it. It's not easy. It's not easy. No, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say we prepare. We prepare. We prepare. Instead, they got somebody. I got you will spur us into more action. Kai double our effort. That is who we are. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan, from here, it is simply good evening.
The land of the rising sun.